Welcome to Recollection Mall. If you were a mall rat like me or spent your formative years at the mall, then you've come to the right channel. Have you ever gone into your childhood or teenage or adulthood mall and ever wondered, I could have sworn that there was that store there? So let's take a trip down memory lane and go into the history of that mall in your home state. So stay tuned. Every Wednesday, I'll be doing a mall history of the oldest mall in every state in the US. Please subscribe and leave a comment or memory about your time at this mall. Thanks. The completion of Interstates 95 and 295 through Greater Providence in the 1960s created prime retail real estate. A land parcel at the junction of these freeways, located 7.5 miles southwest of the Rhode Island State House, became the site of the Midland Mall. This complex opened in 1967 as the Ocean State's first fully enclosed suburban-style shopping center. The original site of the Warwick Mall was built on 20 acres of farmland and a junkyard just off Interstate 95. The new shopping center would be the second fully enclosed retail hub, which was built on 60 acres, situated a third of a mile northeast of the Midland Mall. Warwick Mall was developed by a joint venture of Bliss Properties Incorporated. The 768,000 square foot single-level shopping center was designed by Sumner Shine of Boston. The complex was officially dedicated with 50 stores on July 29, 1970. At the time of its completion, Warwick Mall was the state's largest retail shopping center. The new mall featured 3 anchors. A 3-level, 309,000 square foot Boston-based Jordan Marsh, or Jordan's, commenced operation during the July 1970 grand opening. It was followed by a 2-level, 119,000 square foot Boston-based Filene's, which made its debut on September 21, 1970. A 2-level, 120,000 square foot Providence-based The Outlet Company also began business as part of the mall grand opening. Stores at the mall included Stoll's, Orange Julius, Lane Bryant, Citizens Bank, Anderson Little, Kennedy's of New England, Peerless Company, and F.W. Woolworth's 5 & Dime, and York Steakhouse. The General Cinema Corporation, Warwick Mall Cinema 1 and 2, opened in April of 1971. This freestanding movie house, constructed in the east parking lot, was eventually reconfigured as a triplex. It would later close in January of 1999. A second major outparcel, the Chateau de Ville Dinner Theater, was constructed at the northwest corner of the mall site. This posh facility opened in 1973 and later closed in 1977. It reopened as a short-lived disco and was then converted to a medical office building in 1985. The mall also had major competitors, including the Midland Mall, the Lincoln Mall, built in 1975, and later the Emerald Square Mall, built in 1989. A 2-level, 144,000 square foot JCPenney was built on the Warwick Mall's west entrance and opened for business on March 5, 1980. In August of 1982, the Outlet Company closed. On March 17, 1983, a Caldor Discount Mart opened in the former Outlet Company space. By the mid to late 1980s, the mall had 6 anchors, which was unusual for a mall to have that many anchors. This arrangement began to negatively affect the mall, however, and it could only have 70 inline stores. Its competitor, Rhode Island Mall, had gained an edge over Warwick Mall by the late 1980s, with its addition of a food court and more store space. The closing of the Peerless Company in late 1990 was the incentive for a major renovation of the shopping center. The vacant Peerless space was rebuilt into a carousel food court. 4 eateries out of an eventual 11 opened for business on August 17, 1992. Those initial vendors were Cafe Coffee, Au Bon Pain, Sabaro the Italian Eatery, and Chopsticks. During the $15 million mall makeover, common areas were re-roofed with vaulted ceilings and skylights and floored with Italian tile. Early 1970s vintage interior decor was brought up to date with the center court fountain replaced. Statuary and recessed seating areas were also removed. The clock existing in the middle of the mall today is a remnant of the old design. A more ambitious expansion was proposed in January of 1996, which would have added a new anchor store, multi-level parking garage, and an ice rink. This plan was never carried out. It had been conceived as a competitive measure against the up-and-coming Providence Place Mall. On March 31, 1996, the Jordan Marsh closed. It was rebranded and reopened as Macy's. In May, a $20 million renovation of Filene's commenced. The store, which was enlarged to 186,000 square feet, was rededicated on August 13, 1997. The Woolworth store closed that same year. In May of 1999, the Caldor chain closed. The first floor of the vacant Warwick Mall store was divided into 9 retail spaces. The largest of these was occupied by a single-level 52,000 square foot Old Navy. Construction of the all-new movie multiplex commenced in January of 2001. The 12-screen National Amusements Showcase Cinemas Warwick Mall showcased their first features on June 22, 2001. In 2006, the Filene's chain closed after it was dissolved as a result of the merger of Federated Stores and May Department Stores. Macy's in the old Jordan Marsh building moved into the vacant Filene's. This new Macy's opened for business on September 9, 2006. Jordan Marsh Macy's sat vacant while plans for its reuse was considered. The first would have been the entire building leased to a single retailer. The second involved razing the structure and replacing it with an open-air lifestyle component. A third plan proposed that the store's former sales floors could be leased separately. This was basically the plan that was adopted. In late 2007, it was announced that Target would move into the first level. The entire store structure was gutted and rebuilt, with a 140,000 square foot Target dedicated in July of 2008. A 40,000 square foot Sports Authority opened on the second level in the spring of 2009. This was soon joined by off-Broadway shoes. With these modifications, Warwick Mall encompassed approximately 1 million leasable square feet and housed over 80 stores and services. On March 30, 2010, the Patuxent River flooded its banks and inundated Warwick Mall with 2 to 3 feet of water. A YouTube video of a trapped security guard being rescued from the Sports Authority store went viral. The shopping center suffered major damage and was closed for several months. Sports Authority reopened on May 17, 2010, with the Target resuming operation on July 11th. Other inline mall stores resumed business between August and November of 2010. Macy's was rededicated on March 16, 2011. Old Navy relocated within the mall. Its original store became part of a 2-level, 100,000 square foot Jordan's Furniture. This Massachusetts-based retailer opened for business on December 21, 2011. In the following year, the southeast corner of the mall was gutted and rebuilt. A single-level, 37,000 square foot Nordstrom Rack began business on November 8, 2012. On July 28, 2016, Sports Authority closed their Warwick Mall location due to bankruptcy. In 2017, it was announced the $75 million refinancing for Warwick Mall. By that point, it was a 978,000 square foot mall with 86 tenants, including Nordstrom Rack, Macy's, Jordan's Furniture, Target, H&M, Old Navy, and JCPenney. Additionally, the mall featured a 12-screen showcase cinema, 12 restaurants, and 5,000 parking spaces on the 70-acre site. In March of 2020, Golf Galaxy opened their first Rhode Island store in the former Sports Authority space. The mall has a daily traffic count of 210,000 vehicles per day and serves a population of more than 550,000 people within a 10-mile radius. Today, the mall has 7 main anchors: Macy's on the northern side, Old Navy and JCPenney on the western side, Jordan's Furniture and Nordstrom Rack on the eastern side, and Target, Off-Broadway Shoes, and Golf Galaxy on the southern side. The mall also has a large food court, complete with a carousel, in the former Peerless Anchor space. What do you remember about this mall? Leave a comment below, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.